Hello, YouTube. Yeah, it's going to be another one of those vertical handheld videos. My apologies for that. So it's oh gosh, it's July 6th, 2022, Wednesday. So my last day of the work week at Amazon. And I won't be doing any weekend shifts, I don't think. I checked. I did check through the app yesterday during one of my breaks at work. And yeah, there were no available shifts for me. It looks like there were a couple I could have grabbed, maybe extra shifts, but they're gone. Last I checked, I did have the opportunity of doing VTO today. Now, of course, that was yesterday that I checked it. I would expect somebody's probably already grabbed that. Even as groggy and as tired as I am, even as groggy and as tired as I am, I want to work. I need the money, and the department head for outbound that I've been generally checking in with before I head back to inbound. Now, granted, I've been back in inbound the last 2 days, but prior to that, I had 2 night shifts, both Wednesday and Sunday, where I did totes for inbound. I absolutely love going over there and doing the totes. And then, let's not forget, I also did half a day shift there on Saturday, which I actually specifically, took a shift offered in that department off my A to Z app, an extra shift. Love it if that comes available this weekend, but I'm not holding my breath. Anyway, God, I'm so tired and groggy right now. Waking up though. So it's actually 2 days in a row that I would not have straight up would not have woke up for work if it wasn't for Priscilla coming in and shaking me and saying, "Hey, you going to work? You going to work?" So I don't know. I probably wouldn't be having so much trouble sleeping if she wasn't living there. So it's kind of a mixed blessing, I guess. And I'm still convinced a good portion of the fact that I'm not sleeping well has been all the stress induced by her steadfast refusal to be intimate with me, and then her staying the night wherever she's staying the night, and she's trying to deny there's another guy, but there's a bass guitar. In fact, it's kind of funny the way that conversation went down yesterday. I was trying to talk about that for the my vlog yesterday, but I ended up, like, as soon as I hit the parking lot, I just had to cut my video off because I was running late yesterday. Oh, speaking of running late, it's 6:27 p.m. right now, so a little later than I'd like to be running, but on time-ish. Unless there's some extra traffic that I'm not expecting, I should be getting to work in plenty of time. Now, granted, I just kind of out the door groggy. I didn't have a chance to check Google traffic. Shut up, car. Crash at 24th Street, right lane blocked. Then again, oh shit. Damn. Wow, I spoke too soon about there being no traffic issues. And this time of day, this time of day, the carpool lane is still a carpool lane. Carpool lane hours are 3 to 7, so yeah, if I'm able to get in that lane, it's I'm late. So, damn. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. It does look like everything's still moving, but of course I had to hit my brakes quick enough that the Amazon bag hit the floor. That sucks. So yeah, I don't have my phone mount. When I got off my shift yesterday, the heat of it being in the parking lot once again made it fall down. It was on the floor of the car when I got off work. I brought it inside with me yesterday because my plan was before work, after I woke up, I was going to bring it in the bathroom and try to wash off the goo in the mount really good, because I got some paper fiber in it from laying it down on napkins in the passenger seat, and so I was gonna try to just wash the goo out really good, make sure it was good and wet and didn't have any like paper fiber or anything else in it, and then come and put it back in. Now, of course, heading out the door, my phone mount was the last thing on my mind. So obviously it didn't happen. Of course, I could just not vlog about this, but I don't know. Just been kind of oversharing today, or oversharing this last week, just trying to get all my feelings out, thoughts out. Kind of disappointed the videos that I did about the break room got almost no views at all, but whatever. Of course, I didn't title those with anything to do with the break room, so they're just titled as Dan vlog number. And once I started putting out so many videos like I have the last couple days, I mean, yeah, viewership goes down because that's how much time to sit and listen to me, right? But and I'm sure the algorithm stops, recommending it as much as well. I saw a fire truck coming the other direction on 202, but I couldn't really tell because of these ramps. I didn't see the accident. Of course, I was trying to keep my eye on the traffic in front of me, but it looks like I passed it. That wasn't too much of a delay. No, 6:32 right now. Oh, goodness. I'm so tired and groggy. I'm going to wake the hell up. It's not like driving this drowsy at all. So yeah, I was going to mention the conversation that I had with Priscilla yesterday. I mean, I didn't boldly accuse her of being with somebody else like I did one time when she stayed the night. I always think about the one time that I really boldly accused her of being with somebody else, and that fit the pattern, like I explained recently in one of my vlogs, of how I kind of felt like she was staying the night with somebody, but not giving up to them. Just basically probably spending all night, sitting with them or cuddling with them, watching movies or, whatever, but not actually having sex, and then arriving home, all horned up from that, and then of course wanting to get all on me, and that one time, I mean, talk about fitting that pattern. But she arrived to me instead of when she arrived to me, instead of arriving to me being asleep, naked, and vulnerable, she arrived to me sitting on my bed working on something, wide awake and pissed off, and I just straight called her out on, hey, did you have a good time at your boyfriend's house, and accused her of having been involved, at which point yeah, that's the only time we've had like really, I would say, genuinely hot sex this year. That was amazing. But basically, she well, I can't say that I tasted anybody else. Let's just sum it up like that. Anyway, there's still more traffic on this road than I'd like there to be. As I think I mentioned in my video yesterday, when I got home, she was actually there, and I got home earlier than normal. Like, again, thinking about day drinking, but I was super, super tired on the drive home. So I've got this weird sleep pattern going on where I get home, I'm super, super tired. I end up going to sleep fairly quick. But then I end up waking up super early, like noon-ish. And then I'm up for hours laying in bed trying to go back to sleep. Or, in the case of yesterday, I just go off and I got up and went and did laundry, and that took quite a bit of the day. But like today I woke up around noon, and I just farted around online and tried really hard to go back to sleep, but it was hours. I don't think I made it to sleep until well after 3. Which is why I'm so tired and groggy now. And then by the time, I would say I was deep in REM sleep when Priscilla woke me up. She said she heard my alarm going off, and then I didn't shut it off. And I got two alarms set these days. I got one that goes off at around 5:20, and another one that goes off around 5:50. And the 5:20 one did wake me up barely. I was kind of groggy, and it's like, I need more sleep. And apparently I just slept completely through the one at 5:50. And those aren't the exact times, but anyway. She said she heard it going off. Anyway, so I was wanting to explain yesterday kind of I kind of called her out, but not in the same way yesterday. I mean, she was gone for 3 days. I mean, she literally ducked out the back of the bar as quick as I showed up on Saturday night. Didn't come home Saturday night. Didn't come home Sunday all day. Didn't come home Sunday night. Didn't come home Monday all day. Didn't come home Monday night. Tuesday morning when I got there, she was apparently, working extra overtime, started early. And when I got home at about 6:20, she was already in Lily's room talking with clients on the phone, doing her work from home job thing. So, that's a long time to be gone. A lot of overnight to not seeing anybody else. Yeah, bull fucking shit. I mean, granted, it was obvious she had come home at some point while I was at work Sunday night, Monday morning, but she didn't stay there. She did answer my rather curt email that I had sent before I showed up, probably while I was out doing laundry, or maybe while I was asleep before I got up to do laundry. But she did answer my rather curt email about, hey, why did you take my keys to the bar? And I actually like to read that at some point and do a breakdown of just the layers of lies in her response. But in a nutshell, she said that she had that she checked her that she checked the mail on her way to the bar. But obviously, she didn't go directly to the bar. And she didn't check the mail either, because as y'all recall, I was featured on my vlog as soon as I got home, not directly after the bar closed, because I went for a little drive looking for her, and I sat and talked to y'all in my car for 30 plus minutes before I even left the Wander Inn, and that's also the drive where I passed by all the police activity over at the break room. Oh man, so when I was at the laundry room, I was totally going to try and cut those out and just make shorts out of them. where you could just see all the police lights as I passed McDowell in both directions, because there were so many, and I managed to screw up in the editing and totally delete it. So, whoops. Yeah, by the time I'm able to download it on my PC from YouTube and edit it, it's going to be old news. So probably not worth the effort. But I tried. Anyway, but yeah, when I got home, I forget what time I got home, because I went off on a monologue for damn near an hour talking about mostly my struggles to see my kids, and how that young father that I met at the bar was going through crazy struggles to see his son, and how I felt his only way to really set that straight would be to move to Arizona, but he didn't want to because he hates Arizona. If he can make a relationship with his son, doing that struggle of a visit 3 days a month, to where his son wants to move in with him at age 13, more power to him. But somehow I don't think that pattern of visitation over the course of 11 years is going to get that done, unless he has a really horrible mom. And then it's going to be a situation of the kid not wanting. Oh, that's my exit from Fifth Avenue. It's not going to be a case of the kid wanting to live with his dad. It's going to be a case of the kid not wanting to live with his mom, and probably being a problem kid by that age. But I digress. Anyway, when I got home, I remember in my vlog, one of the things that I did was go and check the mail, and the mailbox was full. And I actually did that on my vlog. Now, granted, you can't see it very well because I think I did that on my vlog. At any rate, I definitely did that. I checked the mail and it was full. Yeah, the mailbox was full. Not like overflowing full, but it was plenty full. Obviously, she did not check it on her way to the bar. She looks like she might clean up pretty good. I'm sure I could not avoid her drug habit. Anyway, so she did. So she did definitely not clean up her. She did not check the mail on the way to the bar, because when I got home from the bar, the mailbox was full. The other thing was that it's not like that would kind of imply that she left the apartment, checked the mail, and went to the bar, and which is obviously not what she did, because karaoke at the bar starts at 9 o'clock. She's never there before karaoke shows up, and she was not home when I got home at about 1 p.m. So on the way to the bar, no, she might have taken the keys and thought about checking the mail on their way to somewhere else, wherever she went before the bar, most likely her boyfriend's house. But it wasn't on her way to the bar, because unless she stopped on her, unless she's claiming she stopped by my mailbox on her way to the bar from, wherever she was coming from, which wasn't my home. Oh, and then she tried to claim that that's her keychain. Now, the more I think about it, I do think she paid for that. I did claim in another video that I bought it. I do think she bought it, but she told me she was buying it as a gift for me. This would not be the first example of something that she specifically told me she was buying as a gift for me that she's decided to take back because she's mad at me. So, not cool. Regardless, that's my fucking mailbox key. If you want the key ring back so bad, take the mailbox key off of it and hand me my mailbox key. Anyway, it's still securely in my bedroom, and we had a conversation about that this morning. Not a deep conversation about it, just basically she hinted that she needed stuff out of the mailbox, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. But I guess her brother signed her up for some kind of service from the U.S. mail that I didn't even know exists, where they take pictures of everything that's delivered, and she gets an email. So that's kind of upsetting that she knows exactly what mail is going to my going to me, like every envelope that's going to me, she knows about. Like she sees it, even though she doesn't have a key to my mailbox anymore. And the fact that she was able to sign up for that service, like the U.S. mail, a person's mail is supposed to be private. So, if she was able to sign up, who's to say anybody wasn't able to sign up for that knows my address? And who's to say, let's say I was wanting to stalk my ex-wife, and I got my ex-wife's address. Her address now is just burning in hell, but back when we were separated and stuff, and I wanted to know what was going on with her, who's to say if I had her address that I couldn't sign up for that service? I don't know. I'm kind of concerned about it, and it's something I feel like I should talk to somebody at the post office about. I kind of see where there's a benefit of the service, but to me, the privacy risks greatly outweigh any benefits that the program has. So she knows what mail she's got, but she also knows what mail I have. As you notice, I did not check the mail. Checking the mail is really not a high priority for me. I'm all for letting it pile up in the box as long as she's not fucking with it. It's 6:45, so I got here in plenty of time. In fact, I got time to get the rest of this stuff that's in my mind out of my system before heading over. Ooh, slightly better parking spot. Although I think the sooner I get to the inbound or outbound area, the sooner I have a chance of doing tows. I have noticed some people that work here, that's their strategy for getting positions they prefer to work in, that they're trained in, that other people want to work in, and getting those work assignments is by clocking in early, showing up early, and then asking for them. Like I got a buddy, and I wish I could remember his name, but dude that works in inbound, somebody kills me, I can't think of his name, because he always calls me by name, but he always wears a Jam Clear vest. So he's obviously trained and part of the Jam Clear team. And for the most part, like, that's a pretty cush job. They sit up on a catwalk above the conveyor belts and supervise the conveyor belts, and then they watch computer monitors that kind of tracks the progress of everything over the conveyor belts, looking to see if it's getting stuck anywhere. Now, granted, if something's stuck, they gotta kind of rush and get it, unjam it. That's why they're called Jam Clear. That's what they do. But he's not working there very often, though he's always wearing his Jam Clear vest, just because, that's his vest. He's on that crew, and he comes ready to work that. But he said that he usually ends up not getting that position and ends up working the line or working as a water spider, because he'll, in inbound, because he'll, by the time he gets there, those positions are full because those people came in super early and made sure they got those positions, and then he didn't. He's just like, yeah, I can't get here at quarter till. I'm like, yeah, you're not supposed to be here at quarter till. That's stupid. Anyway, oh man, I wanted to get more of the stuff about Priscilla out, but I really do need to get in and drink my Mountain Dew. I need a little some food in me. But long story short, yes, obviously she knows I got the mailbox key. She's heading at me to get her mail for her, and she's gonna have to just wait on that. I mean, that's not her home. She should really be getting a PO box for starters. I never once gave her permission to receive mail there. So there's that, and the fact that she's able to sign up for a USPS service and view every envelope that gets delivered to that address is very disconcerting to me. So yesterday she was playing on her bass. And God, I wish I could remember how the conversation went down. It's just like, and I'm groggy, and it's pieces, but I know there was something. It wasn't an argument, just to be clear. It wasn't an argument. It was a very simple conversation, but she was kind of like called me out for not going to her birthday party and going to the Hideaway. I said, I didn't go to the Hideaway. She goes, yeah, you did. She goes, you know how I know? I said, how? She goes, you used my credit card. I'm like, oh. Which I can't believe I did that. That was not intentional. Now, I do have a credit card that is, she's made me a card holder on one of the credit card account she has. And she just said, she goes, look, if you're ever in an emergency or, if you need to pay a bill that's like for us, then you can use that. And I'm like, okay. Obviously, it wasn't for me to pay for my bar tab when I'm out without her. I don't know. Then again, I was pretty drunk and depressed and upset at her. It's possible I might have done it out of spite, but I don't remember doing it out of spite. That's not like me. Generally speaking, I always use my Discover there because there's usually extra like 5% cash back on. Usually there's 5% cash back on restaurants, and they consider Hideaway a restaurant. Apparently I used that, so it showed up in her banking app. It's like, oh, I'm charged for the Hideaway. Yeah, it was probably Dan. And I'm sure since I'm a card holder on her account, it probably shows, that it was my card that was swiped, not hers. Anyway, when she said not going to her birthday, I said, you never told me you were having a birthday party, and B, you never invited me. So why would I be there? And she didn't have an answer to that. And I said, and from what I heard from everybody, you were there with your new boyfriend. So that would have been awkward for me, don't you think? And then she said, no, I was there alone. Yeah, right. Now, I can't really judge it. I'm just going from what other people said. I wasn't there. I did go to Hideaway. I did, in fact, go to Hideaway. That was where I went after I went to Old Brass Rail. I remember now. I went to Old Brass Rail because Raul invited me. And then my phone was dying. There was nobody with a phone charger that they were able to loan me and use me. So I went to... I walked up to Kitty's. Kitty's didn't have any. They offered me an iPhone charger, but they didn't have an Android phone charger. And then I walked over to Hideaway, which of course had a phone charger for me. So stayed there till close. Went home. Lady Ness gave me a ride home. So I remember that was my night that she had. The night she had her birthday party. That was what my night was. So, but anyway, I said, she's like, no, I wasn't there with a boyfriend. I was there alone. Now, a friend of mine who was, I had a few people tell me that she was there with her new guy, and that he gave her a bass. So I said, well, that's not how I heard. I heard you were there with your new boyfriend, the guy who gave you the bass, guitar. And then her response to that was, oh, I got a lot of gifts from a lot of people. Trying to downplay like a bass guitar and in a nice case it's just the kind of gift some random friend gives. Yeah, not really buying it. Although to be fair, since that morning, as far as I can tell, she's pretty much been at my place since. She was there when I got home this morning, actually trying to practice her bass guitar. So that was a change. Some more stuff happened today. Again, kind of friendly. In fact, at one point she climbed in bed with me. Didn't really lead to anything, as per always, but that's because I refused to touch her. I just kind of laid there, and she touched me a little bit, and I was just like... Anyway, I'd like to talk about more of that, but I got a bunch of my coworkers here, and I just got to grab my badge. But anyway, thanks for coming with.